in time for the Johnny Bru Show.
What's going on, guys? My name is John Brookhagen. This is the Johnny Bru Show. Welcome to Season 2. This is not actually the premiere episode. This is actually me just welcoming everybody, letting you know that the premiere is coming up a little later today. This is my first chance to show you the new digs, the new studio overlooking the beautiful Las Vegas Strip. All right. There was so many people that played a big hand in helping me do this, so I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank a few people. Travis from Atero Terra. He wrote my transitions and he wrote my intro music, and it's just perfect. It's super metal, but not so hard that it's too much. I have a very fine line. My taste is different than others, I'm sure. Natalie is a friend of mine who put together almost all of my graphics. She made, the logo that I use on my business cards and on the page and everything we did, and first couple of advertisements, and they came out beautiful. She also helped with the Common Sense logo, and for nothing, just because she knows that I love this country and she likes to do graphic art, and she's really, really sweet to have helped me out, so I really appreciate it. We got a couple of Bolivians who have helped us transition into this video format. Miguel Ontiveros did a lot of the media transitions, put Travis's music and Natalie's art into a video so we could do our transitions and our intro. Evaldo also did a lot of the technical work. And also I wanted to let you know regarding Miguel he is one of the best at this in Bolivia. Now for him, he needs to make a good living. He charges premium rates in Bolivia. Lucky for you, that is like 25% off the cheapest rates in America. So if you wanted to help out a good Christian down there in Bolivia and you want to do a little freelance work, you could contact Miguel. His information will be down in the description. All right, a couple other things I want to let you know about. Common Sense Nevada, it's still not even a week old and it's growing every single day. I see you guys inviting other people. Please tell other people. It's just a place for us to get together, speak logically, speak about what's going on. Last night I was on the Las Vegas Strip talking to everyday people, and I was thinking the masses were a lot more brainwashed than they were. People know what's going on. You're going to see the video. My friend Rob helped me. He was my cameraman from Rob's List. That's somebody else I want to mention. Rob's List, R-O-B, Republican-owned businesses. Because we're not into boycotts. We're not into cancel culture. But we are smart with our money. So why don't you support others that have the same ideals as you do? What are our ideals? Small government domestically, America first internationally, and a love for our founding documents, all right? Another shout out to Rick Charles. He's going to be launching his new podcast. He did an amazing job. I can't thank him enough for holding down the fort while I built this studio. And he did a great job filling in for me, and he got a lot of good compliments and a couple not compliments. But if you're not causing a little bit of controversy, then you're just not doing your job, are you, Rick? Also, always want to shout out the Meltdown with Darian Anthony. Great Christian, takes all his Bible studies and his real deep knowledge of the book of Revelations, and he conflates it with our modern political and cultural landscape. And if you're a practicing Christian, you will really appreciate what he has to say. Sometimes there's ugly truths in there, but if you're a good Christian, you know there's a lot of ugly truths, right? Kas Effect. K-A-S-E-F-F-E-C-T, Kas Effect. He is Adam Kosweiner. He is a nutritionist. He does prepaid meal plans and stuff like that for you to get the optimal nutrition. He is the nutritionist for the current heavyweight champion of the world in the UFC. All right, so if that dude, I can't really say his name, Nwadu Ngenhe, he's an African dude, one of the nicest dudes you'll ever meet. And Adam is his personal nutritionist, along with lots of big names. But who cares about big names, right? The bottom line is he is the best. So just look up Cos Effect on the internet. Also, he does capoeira training mostly for kids, but adults as well. And he was nice enough to come down to Infinity the Math Institute to teach our kids about self-defense, the culture of capoeira, which, is a lot of the self-discipline things that you want to do with your child. Same reason you might join them into karate or football or any kind of club that stresses discipline and working hard. So that's another good thing. I think that's everybody. What I do want to tell you guys, if you do want to be on the season premiere, if you want to contribute something, if you want to ask a question, if you want to make a statement, we are a free speech platform. I am in nobody's pocket. I don't care if you're a Democrat socialist, a rhino, that's not really a rhino, being accused of being a rhino. If you're a Proud Boy or Proud Boy adjacent, or I don't care who you are, what your message is, as long as you could do it tastefully, let me know who you are and where you're from. Just text us, 682-9983. That's 702-682-9983. And feel free to leave a voice memo or type out your message or ask us a question or wish us luck in this endeavor. If you want to be a part of this, please hit us up at 702-682-9983. All right? There's other ways to get in touch with us, but if you want to be on today's episode, a text or a voicemail or a voice memo to that phone number would be best. But overall, you could always email us at thejohnnybrushow@gmail.com, and make sure you look us up Facebook, YouTube. Please subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and there's a half dozen at least other ones. So please, any way you could support us. We're not looking for donations. We're not, trying to harvest sponsors or anything like that. So your support simply means liking and sharing and showing us that you care. Because the bottom line is, if I have 10 people who are always going to tune in and looking forward to the next episode, I'll keep doing this forever. I'd love to reach more people, but I'm doing this for you. And wait till you hear today's episode. It's going to be crazy. I am going to explain to you why I am not ambitious. I'm going to tell you the truth about everything that's going on. I'm going to tell you the truth about me and my past and my life. And you know what? I've said and done things in the 90s that would get me canceled today. All right? And that's the truth, because we all have. Thank God they didn't have iPhones and everybody didn't have a camera in their pocket when I was 13 years old. So we're going to relate that to what's going on in the world. The stories we're going to be covering is, first of all the Biden stuff, all right? They're always talking about, his speeches and how he's talking about mixed race commercials or black people can't have accountants and, we're hearing all this stuff about Hunter Biden, and the conservative media is hammering him, and the progressive media is saying that, the Republicans are pouncing, and being, unfairly mean, and they're getting triggered. So the Johnny Bru Show breaks it down unlike any of these other news sources. I'm not progressive, for sure, and I'm not Fox News. They're still watching what they say, and they may or may not show a Trump speech because, heaven forbid, he speaks about election integrity. And, and everybody's trying to watch their butt, whether you're talking about hydroxychloroquine or election integrity. So the Johnny Bru Show gives you the straight scoop. You might not always agree with me, but the one thing you know is you can trust me to be honest with you, whether or not that's going to make me a more viable candidate because I'm not running for office, or a better mainstream media employee because I'm not trying to be on CNN or Fox News, all right? We're also going to be talking about the border and Kamala. I mean, she is supposed to be the border czar. We're going to talk about what's been going on, especially over the past week, how they've been trying to spin her position, and how she's been reacting to it and what some of the border states like Texas is doing because the feds are not doing their job, especially the executive branch, because the executive branch is designed to enforce our laws, and they simply aren't doing it. We're going to make a big shout out. There are parents all over the country going to school board meetings and voicing their concerns, getting together on street corners and letting their opinions be heard, running for school board, people who would never ever get involved in politics in a million years, like yours truly. All right, I love to speak. My part, I'm trying to start a podcast and motivate you people. If I can motivate one parent to go to one school board meeting and speak about how you're feeling about CRT and anti-racism policy and oppressors and oppressed and equity. I'm telling you, that equity, that's a dirty word. I'm going to be promoting that. I'm going to be showing you all kinds of clips of brave, courageous parents going against the grain in the fight for our children. Because I'm telling you, that's the front line. That is where we got to draw our line in the sand. Also, I haven't talked to you guys in like 3 weeks. We have to talk about Fauci. We have to talk about the recent revelations and his recent comments. I mean, this guy, people used to say he's got a God complex, and I didn't want to hyperbolize. I didn't want to go overboard and talk about Fauci having a God complex because I thought it was exaggeration. Johnny Bru is wrong sometimes too, guys. It's not exaggeration. This guy does have a God complex, and I apologize to anybody that I rolled my eyes when they were saying that 2 or 3 months ago, because you got to tune in. I'll tell you why in just a second. And finally, the fake news runs rampant. The Johnny Bru Show is here to call them out, all right? And we're going to come up with a montage and do a special one of these days. But today, in the season premiere, we're just going to touch upon it, especially the story about Trump not telling them to clear out the way for that church across the street from the White House. And I'm going to tell you my personal story and how I felt about it, because they're shaping this narrative for people who don't really know what was happening that day. Well, I was watching the news that night, the next morning, and the following night when Trump did his Bible photo op. And I'm going to tell you how I felt about it, being plugged into the situation for the entire 24 hours. Guys, you're going to get coverage that you're going to get nowhere else. I know I tell you over and over, but that's my niche. All right? I got nothing to hide. You get nothing but truth. And you're going to get real, honest coverage like you're not going to get anywhere else. All right? That's about it. We're going to get started filming. I don't know how exactly we're going to release it, but keep your eye out because it's going to be released today. And I have got more things to talk about than you could shake a stick at. How do you like that malarkey? My name is John Brookhagen. This is the Johnny Bru Show, and I am super pumped up to get started today. Please, you need to subscribe to the YouTube. All right? Subscribe to the YouTube. Just type in the Johnny Bru Show. It'll pop right up. All right? That's going to be our main delivery platform. Also, our second main delivery platform will be the audio. It could be Spotify. It could be Apple Podcasts. There's a half dozen other. I keep saying that. Maybe I should learn the names of some of them because I keep telling you. But wherever you listen to your podcast, type in the Johnny Bru Show. All right? Subscribe, like, again. I'm not asking for anything else but for your support. Nothing monetarily, no work, no digging holes. Just please like, subscribe, and tell a friend. I really appreciate it. Guys, I can't do this without you. I do it for you. Everything you see, I'm just trying to make it more fun for you to watch and to enjoy, all right? So I'll see you in a little while. My name is John Brookhagen. I'd like to thank my beautiful wife for being the producer, and I will just call her producer so that way she doesn't get attacked by the progressives, because the last thing you want to do is be known as a lover of this country. Patriots, I'll see you in a little while. John Brookhagen signing off.